Mm. Today's Tuesday. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? And shit, you can say that again. You can definitely say that again. I don't think the Nasdaq literally had two fake bullish legs just to fake out the bulls and the bears, leaving nobody behind during tomorrow's or yesterday's session. No one got left behind yesterday. Everybody got stopped out. Shit, I had a position where only a partial of my targets got hit. I had two runners running. I had two runners running. The big bulk of my position got hit. But it missed my runner targets, and I took a loss on that because I thought, oh yeah, it'll be all right. Actually, the Nasdaq almost did me dirty yesterday. Actually, she actually almost did me super dirty because if I didn't take she missed this target right here by a couple of ticks, or actually by one tick, literally, or actually, yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this. and I walked away and I got some work done. And then I come back at the end of the day thinking that, the market made a full rotation back higher just to see my full position get, well, not the full position, but if I didn't take this target, it would have came back and stopped me out and went down. So I was like, damn, everybody got caught in that mess today. Everybody got caught. I saw this long opportunity, so I took it. Uh, honestly, I don't like to say that I fade the book map chat, but I sometimes fade that chat. I was able to catch the short because I was thinking to myself, everybody's gonna probably long the open, so I did short it. But once I saw that the shorts weren't going to work anymore, I just took the profits and I just flipped long. I think we could potentially see price come back into this range tonight, but I don't know. All right. Damn. So you started the day, so you was down 15, then down 700. So that means you made $800. Then back down to 750. God damn, get that shit back. End of the day, being down 250. So shit, hey, I would take that as a win. And you went back to, dude. You know what? Tonight definitely reminded me I will not be trading. Why I will not be trading the Nasdaq in any of my funded accounts. And today is definitely it solidified that for me for sure. Not today's, not earlier's price action, but this afternoon, dude. I haven't topped in at market open in a while. Hold on, guys. My daughter's just screaming her head off. Give me a second. Mm. Hey, hey, relax, relax. All right. Man, I think the universe definitely blessed me with a daughter because, man, it's interesting how the universe works. It really is. I had boys up until now. This was a boy factory over here. And all of a sudden, once I began to understand emotions and began my journey to understand emotional intelligence, I guess the universe didn't want to put all that skill. If they wanted to put that skill, that acquired knowledge they could use. Because now all I'm making is girls now. Like, what the hell is up with that shit? I got is girls, 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 girls. I'm like a girl dad now. What? Like, when the hell did that happen? I was teasing my brother because all he has is girls. He has two girls now. That's like, dude, you're a girl dad, dude. And then I just realized that shit. On this side of my life, I'm a girl dad because all my boys are almost grown. So shit, all my children are girls. God. And it is true. I mean, as men, we need to. I mean, if you're a girl dad, man, you just have to take a deep breath and be like, oh my God, these girls just start crying just because their feelings are hurt, and they won't stop crying until you do something about it. My God. You just tell boys to shut the hell up, and they'll shut the hell up. Girls, you tell them to shut the hell up, they'll scream louder. What the fuck? Anyway, uh, yeah, today was definitely one of those weird days, man. Definitely one of those weird days, man. Like I said, good thing I took off a bulk of my position because if I was looking for the market, and I think a lot of people got caught like that with this second bullish leg because we had one. We usually don't have two fake outs like that. We usually don't. It happened on the ES too. Technically, kind of. Yeah, we had this first bullish leg that got sold into, and then we got this leg. Actually, so Santiago actually brought up a very good point this morning, and I'm gonna actually start doing this as well. I can actually show you the position that I took. So I already, so this is when I took off the bulk of my position. I had runners, so you can see that I had two really great entries. I had a really great entry on the ES. I had a really great entry on the Nasdaq, and Santiago actually brought this to my attention. Why am I not taking screenshots of my trades? So moving forward, I'm going to actually start taking pictures of my winning and losing trades. So I'm actually, so if I enter a position, I'm gonna start taking screenshots of my trades. Uh, I'm gonna probably do the same thing in terms of something like this with the like the orbiter report. Uh, I'm gonna write when I enter the trade. Um, take the screenshot. I kind of want to dress it up, kind of like this as well. Kind of want to dress it up like this, so I can kind of go back and look at my trades. So this, I don't know what time I actually took this trade. I guess I can look at my orders, I guess. But I believe so. Great report. I think of something cool to call it. So because I entered in, I was in about my full position on this one. I was in 30 contracts. I was in 30 MES contracts on this one. So position size, I want to make sure that that's documented. I was in 30. Uh, I was in 18 initial entry, and 12 MES or 12 contracts or 18 contracts initial entry or Oh, so so you're the equivalent of the rich auntie. You're the rich uncle, huh? You don't have kids. You just stop by. You say hello, pat them on the head, and then you leave, and then you go home to your peace and quiet. Man, I enjoy when my daughter and her mom goes on vacation. I tell them all the time that I cry myself to sleep every night because it's so quiet. It's so peaceful. Why did I give this up? Why did I give this up? Why did I start a family? Why did I do this? Why did I do it? I'm gonna have to think about that because I know that that initially I was gonna do this where we craft our trades, trade policy, confidence level, risk, asset, final review, and thoughts. Mm, yeah, confidence level. You know what? Actually, that's probably what I should do. Contract size, contract size, contract size, risk, risk to reward, asset. What was that? A final review. All trades must be documented with screenshots at the following states. Prior, after limits are set, after the trades. So I'm not gonna do all of this. Probably what I'll do is, well, I guess maybe I should. Maybe I should document where I got my where I have them placed. No, maybe I should just hmm, yeah, kids have a very yeah, kids are very good at getting on shit. My dog gets on my nerve all the damn time. She gets on my damn nerves all the damn time. Final review. Hmm. And then that orb was crazy today too, man. Especially on the ES. The Nasdaq didn't even break the orb low. I don't think. Did it? We'll look at it. We'll look at it. Uh, all right. So I want to just have my trade policy. Thoughts. Asset. Uh, final review and thoughts. All right. So we just craft our trades here. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna just start taking a screenshot when I enter the position, and then I'm gonna take a follow up screenshot. So ES final review. So in this position, I think I did not get. So I mean, I was confident. I mean, I had the bulk of my position. All right. Thoughts. Uh, all right. So, man, that's basically the same for both the Nasdaq and the ES. Both of the trades. I mean, let's be cute. All right. But I'm gonna think of a cool name for this. Uh, think of a cool name. All right. So I was actually in 7 contracts on my initial entry. Actually, did I? I think I might have went a little bit heavy on this one. I think I might have been in 14 contracts, I think. I don't know. I forgot. Yeah, I was in 14 contracts actually because I got into this one a little bit late. So I was in 14 contracts actually. How do I want to say that? Okay. Yeah, what's up, Cape Trader? All right. So yeah, I'm gonna just start taking these screenshots from now on. Actually, um I guess I'm supposed to take a screenshot of this. The and again, the bulk of my position got taken off on this one as well. Usually if y'all see like 2 and 1, uh but the bulk of the position actually got filled and now I'm just waiting for the runners to get filled. Actually, I need to make a template because I'm not going to keep doing this every damn time. I'm not going to keep doing this every time. I need to make a template. All right. An orbiter. Mm. Not do it, Donna. Turn your neck and your dame missing. I guess for the most part, a lot of my risk to reward would be 2 to 1. Nasdaq asset. Actually, let me do this real quick. Hold on. Oh, damn. Mm. I did the same thing, Alfred. Oh, shoot. Okay, so my AI assistant is saying that I should use the F for framework, and it's giving me an option. I think the F, if I use framework, then it has to be uh, a static entry because what I think I should like what I'm formulating in my mind right now for the F, because if I do change this to like the framework, so I would have to do something like this. I would have to do something like that where I'm creating dots like that framework. Maybe the framework should be where it reminds me my um of my rules. Maybe it reminds me if I'm trading the correct size because as y'all guys can see, I'm becoming very document heavy. I'm really starting to take this seriously. I really want to keep this account long term, and I'm proving that by my actions, by actually instead of just jumping in all willy nilly and hoping for the best. I'm building those this muscle memory to actually prepare for my trades, take a screenshot before or not before, but as I start the position, take a screenshot of the position, um, and then have a before and after of what happens. And what I can do is like an after report or something like that. I'll get this right. He says JT says that he's been making himself wait for retest. Hey, what's up, Corey? Uh, that's actually I've actually come very accustomed to that trade as well. We actually caught two beautiful positions. Actually, not yesterday, but we caught the bottom of this morning's price action. If I can find it, it's right there. Yeah, we caught this beautiful pullback into this range last night. Uh, I did actually take this trade at the trend line, but and I was going to actually try to buy it at this trend line again, which in hindsight, in hindsight, it wouldn't have actually made sense. I was definitely euphoric because I had just passed the account with this big massive move up, and And now that that euphoria is gone, I'm just glad that the Nasdaq was merciful to me and did not fill me up here because I definitely did put a limit right here to get limited in, and my feelings would have definitely been hurt. But we saw that the market broke through this trend line, but we recognize that the market broke structure to the upside. So we know that the money trades is actually waiting for that pullback at the origin of the move, and we can trade and get at least close to a retest of the high. So anything at the origin to the high is free game. You can take your profits anywhere in this area because it's highly likely that the market is going to want to retest of that high. And once we got the retest of that high, we can see that the market, the bulls weren't done. They grinded. They broke structure. They tested this. They retested the trend line, and this is where I would start a position at the trend line on the Nasdaq. Once we already have established that the market has strongly closed above the trend line, and that trend line is a great entry, a great follow-up entry, because there's going to be a bunch of participants waiting here to buy the retest. And you can see that it double topped at this high, and then we got that drop. So yeah, that pullback trade is the money trade, and that's actually the trade that I'm actually looking for. I'm looking for that trade more often than not. That's the trade that I always want to take. I missed this trade on gold, and actually, I don't know why it bothered me so much. Actually, I do know why it bothered me, because I was actually looking for this trade going into the close, and I told myself that if I want to take this trade, then I should make sure I'm at my desk to take it. But instead of being over here in gold, I was being cute over here on the Nasdaq, and I had a lot. I wouldn't say I had a lot of trouble with the Nasdaq, but the Nasdaq was giving me some trouble. I was able to catch this short, but I, just like Alfred, I did close it once I saw it bounce a little bit, so I closed it. It's like I'm not playing with that shit because I was heavy. And I shouldn't have been heavy, but I was. I was in, I believe, three contracts with the Nasdaq, three mini contracts, 30 contracts. So I got in heavy, heavier than usual. I'm only supposed to trade 7 contracts, but here I am falling victim to the Nasdaq again, getting in with heavy size with the Nasdaq. It worked out, but I wasn't supposed to do that. And then I saw an opportunity to get in long, and I went in with 14 contracts, which is again kind of heavy. It's more than what I'm supposed to trade. And I will say this. This is why I will not be trading Nasdaq in my funded account, because it's just so easy to fall victim to oversizing, over leveraging with the Nasdaq because she's so volatile. You just don't know if you're going to get a 200-point bounce like yesterday, and it's just so awesome to have 6, 7, even maybe 15 contracts, mini contracts in while the market is just going straight up or straight down. So yeah, I mean, I made more money over here on the Nasdaq, but the plan was supposed to be over here on gold and actually get this pullback into support. And look at this beautiful trade. It would have hit my target, and I would have been done for the day. But that didn't happen. So mm. So even though this is a 14 point or 14 contract size, it was only supposed to be 7. So uh I got 10 filled and I have 4 running. Mm. Mm. You know what? Yo, I love the universe, man. I love the freaking universe, man. I love that. Look at this. Follow the rules. Follow the rules. Oh my God. Look at that. That's follow the rules. Contract size, max size, 10 micro contracts. Follow the fucking rules. Max size, 10 micro contracts. Max size. Uh, max size of 10 micro contracts. So I should not be in no more than 10. And it's really honestly what I should do is probably probably do it like this because it's really my position starts off with a 7 size or a 7 micro contract position and I scale in 3 more. I stop out the entire position at 27 points and and I'm risking $415 per trade to make uh 650 at the minimum, and this thing can reach up to $1100 if depending on where I place my orders and if my entire position gets filled. So so I'll definitely give my trade tonight like a B because I definitely over leveraged. I definitely over leveraged today. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I'll leave it like that. All right, so max size of 7, 10 micro contracts, entry model. Mm, Wait for the pullback entry. Mm. Max size 7. Actually, I need to actually make a template for all three. Actually, I need to actually make a template for all three because each um, each one has its own rules to follow for every asset. Actually, NQ Trader, ES Trader, okay, Gold Trader. Gold, I can only max size of 7 contracts. There is no scaling with gold. There's absolutely no scaling with gold at all. For the most part, all my positions will be 2 to 1. That's always going to be 2 to 1. The Nasdaq, on the other hand, with the ES, mm, honestly, I really don't even know how much. Mm, 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 mm. I mean, at least 2 to 1. Trade review. Blah, blah, blah. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna think of some more rules. Mm. Don't adjust your stop. Do not adjust your stops. Actually, let me ask. Instead of using mental resources, I'm gonna ask Mr. Make Me Money to finish out this list for me. Okay. Actually, you know what? A good rule is actually is asking, "Are you revenge trading?" Or that kind of be a question, not a rule. No, excuse me. No revenge. That's exactly what the Nasdaq will do. Yo, congratulations on that outfit though. Honestly, I would lock yourself out, bro. Why? Yo, you just made 3K, bro. Lock yourself out. Actually, I love my I really enjoy my Mr. Make Me Money. That's actually pretty good. I'm actually gonna do that. So follow the rules, the no goes, the no goes, no trading without a clear plan. That's great. The no goes, no trading without a clear plan. Only trade with with the ES 30 MES contracts. I might actually reduce this for the ES maybe. I may reduce it. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I can still 1 to 2 the ES because usually if I'm risking $1,500, I can easily make double that for sure. Or, hmm, we'll see. I might have to readjust the ES one. I may have to. I may. Only trade with 30 MES contracts. Guard your capital. Guard your capital and manage your risk. Uh, that's actually a good one. I'm pretty sure I can probably clean this one up a little bit. Make sure that makes clear sense and clear. Nice. I appreciate that, Mr. Make Me Money. Mr. Make Me Money is always making sure that what I'm saying is very clear. No trading without a clear plan. No tilt, revenge, or boredom trades. Says no trading without a clear plan. No tilt, revenge, or tilt revenge or boredom trades are permitted. Not permitted. All right. So no trading without a clear plan. Tilt revenge or boredom trades are not permitted. Only trade with 30 MES contracts. Now these are all exclamation marks. Guard your capital and manage your risk. Own the trade and trade the plan. Own the trade and trade the plan. Let me see if we can kind of fix this up a little bit. Own the trade and trade the plan. Own the trade and trade the plan. I think that's pretty cool. All right. So follow the rules, the no-goes. The no-goes. All right, I think that's good right there. The no goes right there. So no trading without a clear plan. Tilt revenge or boredom trades are not permitted. Only trade with 30 MES contracts for ES. Guard your capital and manage your risk. Own the trade and trade the plan. And self assess before your entry. And the last piece would be the trade review, and that would be what happened after the trade, things that I want to talk about during the trade. That's where I'll put it, and then I'll just put the screenshot afterwards, the before and after, how the trade or how it looked before I took the trade, and then the result, the final result of the trade. So that's what I'm actually start doing moving forward. But that's actually good. The no goes. There we go. That's good. The no goes. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. So oh shoot, man, that's still good, bro. That's still good. These prop firms got us thinking that $1,000 a day ain't good. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say that. I'm above that because if I see $1,000, I mean, I'm not gonna take profits. I'm not going to. On the ES, I'm actually looking. So I got my Tradeify account. I got this area right here for the ES to bounce. I'm gonna take this right here. I'm gonna take this right here because yeah, I'm gonna take that. If we do, if we see a dip down here, I think we see a bounce. 254. Probably see a bounce at 254 around that area, around S3. 46 would probably be a strong low. I mean, it is a strong low because I mean we got this move higher, broke structure to the upside from this entry. Uh, hmm. hmm. So we'll see what happens here. We'll see. So I got Tradeify sitting there, and that's my 9K account. All right, so we'll see if we can get these target hits. But all right, so we got this template. I think this is actually really a really great start. Hmm. Using documentation will hold me accountable for the trades I take. I can't ignore these. I can't ignore this. I have to have everything set up before the trade. Let me make sure that there we go. There we go. I'm not going to change these. Uh, I'm not going to change these. What I like to do is I like so when I start creating documentation, when it becomes a living document, I like to go back and actually look at how I update and change a few things. And I have several documents that I've started and just looking how they start and how they end. It really goes to show that a rough draft is never your final draft. I mean, the first time you write something, you'll always find something to improve. You'll always find something to add or take away. In all my documentation, I find that that's exactly what I do. So I'm gonna leave this as it is because it just goes to show that this is how it started, and literally a few minutes later, look how structured and clean this is now versus this. So I like to see the change. It just represents growth. But trade thesis. Uh, I took the entry. So I took this entry because I saw a double bottom right here. And I saw the bears fail to push price down and take out that low. So once I saw that they failed at these lows, and I just got in at the push higher. I got in at the push higher here. Uh, all right. So I really don't need to write a book. It's kind of just like a few things talking about the position. I probably add some few things, probably how I felt during the position. Maybe I felt that maybe this thing doesn't work, and probably write the outcome. We'll see what happens. But for the most part, uh, yeah, we'll see what happens. So tomorrow morning, I'm gonna take a screenshot of the results. So this is the before. I'm gonna have a before and after, so I can look at how the market was set up before and what the final result was. So I'm gonna start doing that moving forward with my positions. All right. So YM, what's up? So only size up once you're winning again for sure. Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't suggest shorting the Nasdaq at all, unless we get price to kind of slope over, because right now the bulls technically are trending this higher. Technically, we're making higher highs, and technically, we're making higher lows. Technically, we do have some resistance up high. This range, we got a breaker structure from this range. So if price comes up into this range, we could potentially see unfilled sell orders or maybe a move back down into this range. That's why I'm front running this range with this target right here. And if the bulls are able to kind of break out of this range, I got these small two micro positions to capture a larger move. So uh, I wouldn't short this. I definitely wouldn't short this. Shorts in situations like this where where we see a big move to the downside but no follow through. That's usually a sign that that bears are done selling, and once the bears are done selling, they have to buy themselves out of their position. So uh, everybody is buyers in this situation. You got the bears buying themselves out of their position, and you got buyers buying at these lows. So I think we'll probably see a grind up tonight. I think that's probably in the cards for right now. Probably put that right there. Yeah, I think that's probably what we have in the cards set for tonight. But if not, like I said, I got my target, my stop, 10 points underneath the low of this range. Um, I guess before we get off, I need to do this real quick because man, the Nasdaq was definitely with this orb today because we didn't get a real breakout from this orb until at the end of the day for real. At 1:56 Central Time, we did not get a real range break. Uh, good thing. So again, it's just good to just be aware of market structure because we didn't take this. So the Nasdaq was being very deceptive here. She was being very deceptive. She had the 21 EMA in agreement, and it looked like the market was going to start trending down. But those that was with me this morning, the reason why we didn't take this is because we still had a lot of bullish structure below the range. Now the ES broke down. If you took the ES orb this morning, you definitely was happy because I think it was like a 16, 18 point move to the downside, past the orb. But I just had a feeling that the Nasdaq was going to fake out at these lows because of you had this resistance trend line that could potentially become support. You had this support trend line sloping up. So even if it did trade into this area, the bulls would have bought that right back up. And I think that's probably why the bears gave up on this one because they didn't want to actually get trapped at these lows. It's just being aware of market structure. I'm glad that we was able to actually recognize that and not get trapped in that this morning. So let's do this real quick. All right. Oh. The Norbiter. I put this in the dictionary. The Norbiter report. Okay. So should at 9 o'clock we had the first sweep. So at 9 o'clock, the MQ swept the liquidity. So the high of that candle, 198 minus below that range is 122. 76 points. Here's the fake out right here. So at 9:52. So at 9:52. so 955. So 122 minus 95 and traded 27 points. Uh, 181 minus 95. And the NASDAQ, man, she hurt a lot of people's feelings with this one right here. She hurt a lot of people's feelings with this one. Crazy, man. Uh, 1156. $122. Below that candle is 82. Below that candle is 82. 40 points to the downside. Mm, 139. Mm. Minus 180 minus 86 94. Man, today was hard. Dude, that's crazy, man. Like, dude, a lot of bears got clapped today, man. Actually, let me see if I can actually clean this one up a little bit. Okay, that's cool. That's cool enough. All right. So between 156 and 12 or 202. God damn. All right. Cool. All right. Let me do this real quick. So I think tonight was very constructive tonight. That was very constructive. Got a lot of documentation done. Uh, probably don't need this anymore. I probably don't need that. Mm, hmm. Maybe. Hmm. Hmm. Let me see. Yeah, I'll leave it on there. We might run into that trend line tomorrow. Okay, so false breakouts. All right. Cool. Cool. So yeah, so man, the Nasdaq was very nasty today. The ES was very straightforward with the orb today. We got a nice orb breakdown on the ES, and the ES did not look back. If you took that orb on the ES today, well, actually, the ES did fake breakdown twice before we actually got this move to the downside. So, depending on your risk, so I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. I usually like to keep an 11-point stop on ES, so I don't have to try to be cute. I'll just take the 11-point loss. But so the orb low on the ES was 321. It got all the way down, so from 321 all the way down to 272. So there's like a 49-point drop from the orb. So man, ES traders, it just seems that the orb is very profitable for ES traders because the ES, she doesn't do the bullshit that the Nasdaq does. When it comes to these EMAs, she respects them to the T. You can actually look and see that how the Nas or the ES just respects these EMAs. And once you see that breaker structure, that's all she wrote. Once market participants taps into stops, it's hard to trade against that. It's really hard to trade against that. So why was price action on the NQ so good from 7:30 p.m. yesterday to 1:30 a.m.? Well, the market pushed so high. I mean, the reason why we got that price action was because of a Nvidia rumor. If you actually look at the chart, the market actually responded. The market actually responded more to the Nvidia news than CPI. But we already talked about shit. We already talked about why the market reacted the way it did to CPI, or the reason why we didn't get the big move from with CPI is because the market has already came to the conclusion that we were not going to see a rate cut uh, during the July 30th. Yeah, during the FOMC conference on July 30th. We can look at that real quick, and then we'll be done for tonight. The Fed Watch tool, the market has already decided that Jerome Powell will not be cutting rates, but the market is anticipating a rate cut during the September meeting. So, if we do see a rate cut this upcoming meeting, when I say that this will probably be like a 50, or not a 50, a 500-point candle going in both directions, it will most likely be a 500-point candle in both directions if Jerome Powell chooses to cut rates at this upcoming conference. The one in September, you can already see that there are speculations that we have a 50-50 chance. It's highly likely, or at least the market is speculating that it's highly likely that we see a rate cut in September. People are actually thinking that we might actually see a 50 basis cut, a 50 basis point cut, 1%. So that's definitely a drastic jump from 90% chance that we're not going to get it to about a 50% chance that we can possibly get it. Now, the news is that Nvidia is going to possibly be able to sell their high-end chips to China. But Trump is the president, and I highly doubt that he would allow that shit. It was a rumor. It is not nothing confirmed, But we all know that the market is the market, and that's why we got that big push. This was the Nvidia push, and this was the CPI push. So in comparison, you can see that the CPI might have felt very inadequate in comparison to how the market reacted to the Nasdaq. You can definitely see this green dildo going up, and yeah, that was CPI. This was Nvidia. Uh, Once we got that news with Nvidia, at this point it was just price action. We got a big move up. Price traded back into this area where the market participants got stopped out, and we just traded higher, and we just grinded higher until we reached the top. And then I believe the reason why we got such choppy price action this morning is because obviously those that refer to themselves as responsible traders, they're not at their desk at open. People that only trade options, people that only trade stocks, well, their only option is to trade at that 8:30 open, and 8:30 Central open. And I feel if you look to the left and saw this big massive move that happened last night, you're scrambling to get in, but the big boys and girls have already taken their profits at the highs. So all today, what basically happened was aggressive selling and aggressive buying. And that's why we had this choppy price action. When you see choppy price action like that, that's all that is just market participants on both sides are just aggressively selling this as it goes higher, and then they're aggressively buying it as it goes lower, and then they're aggressively selling it as it goes higher. I mean, it was just that. We finally got the bears or the bulls to finally give this up, and we got that breaker structure to the downside. So yeah, yeah, definitely. Yep. Straight up manipulation right there. Yeah. But all right, guys, that's it for me tonight. We definitely got a lot done. I am waiting for that rotation higher. As the saying goes, if it hasn't dropped, then we all know. If it hasn't gone down, then it's about to go up. If it has not gone down, then it's about to go up. So I'm just waiting for my targets to get filled on this one. We could potentially see a move back up to retest this range, or we could potentially see a move back up to retest about 380 potentially in this area. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm definitely looking at this area, and I'm potentially looking at 120 to be an area where they may take their profits at 120, and we could see a pullback back into this range, but we may not get a reversal. So, I mean, the bulls have been very aggressive, and we did sweep liquidity underneath the low. So that's always a bullish sign, at least to me. It looks like the market actually found support at Monday's orb high. Isn't that something? The orb for Monday, the orb high, is where the market found support. That's interesting. So trade well, trade smart. Wise words, YM. Wise words. But all right, guys, we'll definitely come back tomorrow morning, and we'll definitely look for more opportunities to earn some more money. And with that said, peace out, everybody. Have a good night.